From the 9th Annual Mayor's Cup here in the Summerlin section of Las Vegas, Nevada. Hello again, everybody. I'm Greg Porter. Shift colors, we're underway. All you sailors out there. This match in the girls under 12 is going to represent FC Bullard versus the FC Stars from Massachusetts. Let's get the lineup from FC Stars first. Head coach by Greg Cosgrove. And team manager is Melissa Spangler. The keeper will be Carolyn Fahey. Number 2 is Alex Pariso. Number 3 will be Kayla D'Amico. Number 5 is Gabrielle Carrero. Number 6 is Allison Wiggins. Number 7 is Royce Light. Number 8 is Catherine Mayer. Number 9 is Olivia McSweeney. Number 10 is Megan Tomasic. Number 11 is Whitney Hartstone. Number 13 is Alexandra Spangler. Number 14 is Arundel Michaelis. Number 16 is Eva Gordeau. Number 17 is Hannah Rosenblatt. 18 is Kaylee Sy. And 19 is Pietra Sweeney. Now let's get the lineup for FC Bullard. They're head coached by Daniel Weimer. Assistant coach Robert Cavazos and Mark Epstein. The number, let's see, the keeper here. The goalie is going to be Sydney Cassengay. And we are underway. Going from left to right in your picture is the visitors from Massachusetts, and from right to left is FC Bullard. On the near side is Stars on it. D'Amico into the box. And FC Bullard now trying to get control of it. Trying to push it out of that defensive third. But the Stars are still on it in here. They're attacking third. Here's Spangler. And it's knocked away. FC Bullard now pushing up the midfield.
Let's go, Bullard!
Yvette Deakin sending it across midfield. And now on the far side, it's switched. The FC Stars now on the run. A nice heeled pass. That was Alyssa Lugo looking for somebody there. And now running on to it. You'll see Patarov. FC Stars now with it in their own half, now pushing it across midfield now on the run in the attacking third. The Stars still in the box, a shot and a save. Sydney Castengay making the save. The keeper. And now the Stars again trying to keep it, and they're doing it in the attacking area. In a corner. Lugo now with it. Lugo still on a soccer ball. Lugo trying to find a teammate to give it to, but nobody there. However, now they have it. And Kylie Strasser. And coming over there to strike it there. Yvette Deakin.
Find her. Let's go, Nick.
And a central now. And that's Nishikawa. Alyssa Nishikawa. And taking off her run, and the FC Stars back with it now. Nice step over, down to central. Still on a soccer ball in the box. And a 6-yard box. A shot over the top of the net that time. Kayla D'Amico on her run, and she got to the 6-yard area, tried to score a little bit too high. And we're still at a 0-0 match here. And the girls under 12, and it's Mayor's Cup 2008. Here in the Summerlin section of Las Vegas, Nevada. The downtown Las Vegas Soccer Club putting into this big tournament. And it is a great one. This is the second year I've been here. We've been around a few years coming to this tournament now. And now the outside. Potteroff tried to make a move, and then that ball down the far side touchline. And it's going to be a throw-in for the FC Stars. The Stars from the wide side of your picture trying to process an attack, and the attacking third is still on it, and a shot, and a save. Castengay going to her knees and protecting the near post and keeping the game at 0-0.
First to the ball, girl.
The header to the outside. And now here's Carrero. Gabriela Carrero still on a soccer ball into the box. And they have a player there for FC Bullard to get it out of the box. However, the light blue, baby blue with a shot and a goal! 1-0, the FC Stars from Massachusetts on a blast. And unofficially, I believe that was Kaylee Sy with the goal, number 18. An excellent top corner shot that time to the far post. And now coming in, Marissa Thompson for FC Bullard. 1-0 your score. As the Stars strike on the board first, trying to keep it in, and not being able to do it is Spangler. And so now it's going to be a throw-in for FC Bullard. Nice try though by Spangler. On the near side. And a 1-0 game, that's a header. Out of play by D'Amico. Kayla D'Amico. The throw-in by Sorensen. And there was a header that time by Potteroff. And the central midfielders trying to vie for that soccer ball on the near side on the run. Here's Kayla D'Amico. D'Amico on a run toward the box. Takes a crossing pass. Can't she get a teammate to run onto it? And does. What a save by Castengay. Again, Sydney protecting that near post for FC Bullard. Keeping it a 1-0 score. On a soccer ball with the turn that time was Nishikawa. Thompson. And to the outside, Lugo. And had couldn't control, couldn't get a good strike on it. Now it's going to be a throw-in. Been a very warm day, but not the hot warm day that you can have here in Las Vegas. It's been a rather beautiful day for October here in Las Vegas, Nevada. We've seen some great action so far in the third game of our day today. One more still to go, possibly. To the far side. Controlling nicely that time. On the run. Potteroff. And dispossessed. Potteroff again. Still on a soccer ball. And now dispossessed again. And they have it, the Stars. The Stars heading toward that attacking third. They are there. And continuing on towards a chance at the box. On the wide side. Now to strike. And coming out is Castengay off her line to make the save. Wanted to cut off the attempt of a pass on that. Nice decision by Sydney Castengay. And all the way down to where they have to track toward, or retract toward their defensive third, the FC Stars. The Stars still on it. And with Alexandra Spangler sending it down into the 18-yard box, but FC Bullard is there in their box strong, standing tall and riding it out of their own box. Into the corner, service into the box, or a save by Castengay. They had a runner right behind Castengay, and Sydney says, I've got to make this save. Otherwise, it's behind me, and it'll probably be put in the net. Potteroff on a run to the far side, being marked, though, by Mayer. Thompson sending it up. Now they're trying to get to the attacking third. They're trying to work that ball over to Epstein, and she couldn't quite get to it, as it never arrived. And the Stars going back the other way. On the outside. Toward the box and taken away. Nice work on the exterior of the box, the defenders for FC Bullard.
Hold. Let us get up.
With it now is Rosenblatt. And to the box now. They're running to the box on the outside. FC Bullard staying strong and not allowing them to get in the box. And driven out of play that time. Desiree Harding doing a fine job of being aware in the space and driving that ball out of play, even though it's going to be a corner kick.
Get in behind her. Does that make sense? Hey, so we can flick the ball to you. 1v1, you beat her all day, okay?
Now it's going to be a CK. You do not know who the player was doing the CK, so either way, that CK pursues into the box. A save by Castigate. And that was a tough bounce that time, but Sydney able to stay with her. On the shot. The FC Stars retreating back now. As they trying to process an action going down to Central, but can't do it and take it away. And do we have a foul? And there will be a foul. As going down that time was Nishikawa. Alyssa drawing the foul. And there will be a free kick.
Get up.
And that ball driven all the way and intercepted. Pushing up, though.
Yes.
Trying to get it down to Central. But couldn't do it as McSweeney was there. And they have numbers and they tighten up outside their box. Not allowing a through ball due to Stars. But the Bullard and company, FC Bullard, will continue to try to put the pressure on. Substitution now. Gabby Greaser into the contest for FC Bullard.
We're leaving our mark. Stay on your mark, all right?
Going to be a throw-in for FC Bullard, down 1-0 in the contest. Reeser and company can't seem to get it around that defensive stand there. And a long ball played, only two in the deep back. And they're able to get to it, FC Bullard, and push it out of their own chance for it in the box. But here's Spangler. Spangler now getting it over to Wiggins. And then they work it out to the wide. And not another chance for it as it was taken off the foot. And now, as it headed toward the 18-yard box, doing a nice job of standing tall at the top of the box, FC Bullard. And pushing it upfield with Nishikawa. However, the Stars in their own half of the field now, still able to continue their counterattack. And they will throw it in. 1-0 your score here in the first half. Watching girls under 12 action here. Dan Aman is on the camera. George Landerman Video Sports Productions. Happy to be with you. Greg G.K. Porter. In the Central now.
Let's go, girls!
Running onto it is Michele, and she cannot get it to a teammate to continue to process an attack in that 18-yard box. Attacking third. The FC Stars have to retreat back in their own half of the field now. And they get it out to Pariso. Try to go toward the interior. And a foul.
Hey, Kelsey, hey, they're
And they restart very quickly with a free kick. And there's a strike toward the 18-yard box in the central, but winning it. And a chance of 50-50 balls bouncing around again. And they're still trying to get it out of their own defensive third, and they do. Push it upfield now. Royce Light and her teammates now standing just beyond midfield, and here they go again. Reducing the size of the field to the wide now. They have Pariso. Pariso's pass intercepted. And turning around, they still are on the soccer ball. Tomasic. Tomasic now still controlling, and a shot and a save by Castigay. Beautiful save by Sidney again. The pass into the corner now. Castigay working hard in the first half, making some fine saves, keeping it a 1-0 score.
Kelsey, step into the centralized midfield. Center mid, Kelsey.
Substitutions now coming in for FC Bullard. 18 and 16 now into the contest. That's Hannah Strong, 18, and Racine Babb, number 16. And they scored a goal. While we mentioned that quickly, and it is 2-0. We'll get who scored that goal at halftime, but it is 2-0 in favor of the FC Stars, the visitors from Massachusetts.
Let's go, Bullard.
Can't say it was a win. Not any kind of a win today here. And a Saturday action of the Mayor's Cup 2008. It's just strong play and a save. And one that Carolyn Fahey doesn't really have to make that much so far in the contest. But that's what FC Bullard needs to do more of. Make her do some work back there. They're having a hard time getting it into the defensive half of the Baby Blue. And they're on attack again. And is knocked out of play past the goal line. And it will be a corner kick. Alex Pariso will take it. In a 2-0 game. Has a teammate that comes over to her, and that's Eva Gordeau. Into the box, a chip. Into that 6-yard box, the mouth of it. And it comes to the near side now. And that's for Michaelis, and it must have been an offsides call, and it was. So substitutions now coming in for FC Bullard against the FC Stars as they are bringing substitutions in. And we'll mention all of those as they touch that soccer ball. For at least for the Stars, and we can see the two on this side, and that's Jasmine Cavazos and Sarah Hernandez.
Come on, baby girl. There you go, Mama.
On the near side, it's knocked out by the Stars. And it'll be a throw-in for FC Bullard. Down 2-0. Hasn't been the worst of what we've seen today in the first half. The last game we saw was 5-0 at the end of the first half. One of the biggest scores you'll ever see in youth soccer in a half. A long shot, and Castigay is equal to the task again and makes the save. Nearly gave up a rebound, but nobody would have been there anyways to run onto it. A tough shot. Sidney staying with it. On the near side, that ball comes on over, and running it down, Gales, Arundel. Going to be a throw-in for Bullard. FC Bullard in their own half of the field, trying to get something going, trying to get an attack going, but having a problem. It's taken away that time was Gordeau. And Gordeau, it swings over to Wiggins, and Wiggins, team can't hold on to it. However, it went to midfield, intercepted. Now coming on to the foot and a drive there by Lugo. And her teammates trying to work a play down at Central. Taken away. And Baby Blue still on it, but Lugo meets it, and an offsides call. 2-0 your score.
Let's go, Bullard.
As that sun is moving to try to set here in the west.
Mark up on 16, baby.
Starting to see the shadows.
Oh, my God.
Trying to do a run down to Central, and that was not going to happen as it sent on a long ball all the way down. FC Stars have to retreat back. Cavazos. Cavazos throws it in.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Into the Central now. Potteroff and company trying to get it across midfield. They just can't as D'Amico in that sequence. And the Stars continuing to eat up time off the clock as they possess it. And a chance for more on that scoreboard. Working halfway through the first half of action. 2-0. That touch that time coming over, but not able to, was Potteroff, control it. Potteroff again. Kelsey working hard, though, trying to make something happen on that far side. And, FC Stars have a substitution. And we will mention that player as they touch that soccer ball. Potteroff intercepts into space, sends it to the center circle, has a player there, but in his space it's taken away, just as she tried to take a strike at it. Cavazos sends it to the wide now. She's got a runner out there to the wide. That is Strong. Strong now. And toward the Central. FC Bullard drawing it back. The nice pass that time by Nishikawa. Dispossessed though. And at midfield. Trying to get a through ball, but it was a handball. Free kick for FC Bullard. A drive all the way down, and they got behind him that time. Strong now, and a save. They get a shot, and a good shot that time on Caroline Fahey. Fahey able to make the save. That was maybe the hardest shot against the keeper, Fahey. They need more of that. And on the near side, the Stars. After it, Gordeau. Gordeau still on a soccer ball. Being marked, though, by Cavazos. Into the 18-yard box now. The Baby Blue trying to continue in the Central, but could not. Standing tall in the box and pushing the ball up the field now. And retreating back. The Stars of Massachusetts. Now they're going to give it away into space, but they get it back. Cavazos trying to, and she's still holding on to it. And Jasmine Cavazos, and will draw a throw in. Good play in the near side. Intercepted. And brought down. Now they have to retreat back. And here's an attack by the FC Stars. They switch it. A diagonal pass. Still trying to process it down to Central, but they cannot. There's again the defenders who played well in his game for FC Bullard, keeping the game close, along with their keeper, Castengay. To the outside now. Riso. And it intercepted in the 6-yard box. It's sent out back out to the wide. Yeah, FC Stars. But getting to it now, Potteroff.
Hey, girls, let's go, girls. Come on. Come on, Bullard, let's go.
And let's see what we have here. Going to be a throw-in for the Stars. As Pariso. Alex Pariso throwing it in, and her teammates going to be able to to maintain possession and throw it again with wholesale substitutions for head coach Greg Cosgrove. But substitutions on the near side for FC Bullard. The next time they play stop. D'Amico and company still working on that attacking third, and they're trying to get some space. They've got time and space now. Going to work out to the wide. They keep their passing attack going. Now into the box, the chip, intercepted. And it goes out of play. But nicely done in that interior of the 18-yard box to prevent it from going to that 6-yard box and eventually back of the net. Pushing it out of the 18-yard box. Up the field. Got numbers in the space. And they worked a good passing game, the FC Stars. Continuing the action on the near side. And it goes out of play. It'll be a throw-in. 2-0 your score. The throw-in, where the visitors are Massachusetts, and a foul. Over the back that time, Kayla D'Amico, so it'll be a free kick. Driven toward the 18-yard box, intercepted. Coming out with it, here's a run on the near side. And that's Gabrielle La Carrero. Into the box, Castaque makes a save. Coming nicely off her line. There were a couple of FC Stars there at the doorstep, but she got it before they did. And the ball is sent all the way back down the field on a counterattack for FC Bullard on the far side. Sarah Hernandez and company trying to gain a possession of it. When that goal, it goes out of play, but they'll be able to throw it in. Kelsey Potteroff. And now it's stolen away. FC Stars on another run. They're on another run in the box. They've got a great shot here, and they'll score. The run was too overwhelming that time for the defenders, and it is 3-0. And we'll get the number of who scored that goal here in a second for the FC Stars, but either way, they lead 3-0. Was number 17, we believe, and that's Hannah Rosenblatt.
Come on, Mama, you can do it.
As we go on with the action here at Betty Wilson Soccer Complex. On the outside and into the box, and they have to make a save with Carolyn Fahey able to make that save. And the center circle. That was a header by Rosenblatt. Throw in for the FC Stars. And on the far side, as they try to continue on to the attacking third. And they were not able to do that, so it's going to be some substitutions. FC Bullard will get some fresh players in now. Isabella Evadekian coming into the contest, and also Marissa Thompson. Is it Avadekian or Avadikian? For FC Bullard.
Where is he?
Yeah. And out of throw-in. The Stars now with the long ball, looking for a runner there, and it's defended at the top of the box, though. And sent out of the 18-yard box with Spangler and company now with Hartstone, a touch. And now retreating back, Royce Light now. Light working to the outside to Pietra Sweeney, sending it down the far side. Over to Rosenblatt, who scored a goal in this contest. Rosenblatt trying to thread the needle. D. Castengay makes the save.
Stick with it. Huh?
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Into the 18-yard box now. Riso. Just outside the 18-yard box now. Sai to the side on the outside. Work their way from the exterior to the interior now. A pass, still on a soccer ball. Coming up into space and covering each other. Marking up nicely that time. Man, let's see what the call is. It looks like it's going to be a free kick.
Mark it up.
Free kick for the FC Stars.
Wall! Hey, wall! Hey, wall! Wall! Three! Racing! Get in the wall!
And setting up the wall there is the FC Bullard Club. It's Daniel Meyer directing traffic. And a free kick, the bidding ball, and they nearly got it in the far post.
Hey.
I believe that was a shot by Rosenblatt, but anyway, we will get all the goal scorers for FC Stars as they lead 3-0 at the end of the first half. You will see what the coaches are saying to their parents at halftime, and then we'll be back with the second half from Betty Wilson Soccer Complex in Vegas. Okay, we're about ready to go in the second half. It is going from right to left, the FC Stars, and from left to right is FC Bullard from the Fresno area.
You're still in. Kylie, you're center mid.
They are down 3-0.
Outside right.
And before we get action started, the net, something wrong with the net back there, and cannot start until that is fixed. Looks like they might be taking that net out
Jog around. We gotta fix the net. Jog around.
and getting another one. Well, they're going to fix it, so we have a little bit of time. We'll be right back with the start in just a moment. And the net problem is fixed, and we're underway. The Stars now leading 3-0 here in the second half in this girls under 12 match. And the Stars, a premier team, and they are showing that they are premier-like so far in this match. Trying to move on, try and win the championship in the girls under 12 action. And they have a runner in the box. What a save by Castengay again. Oh, that was a point-blank shot, and Castengay did not back down. And let's see what we got. It was disallowed. It wouldn't have went anyways because it was an offsides call. Or actually not an offsides call. Basically got a corner kick. Okay, it went past the goal line is what it did after the save. So now FC Stars chip into the box. They have another chance, and it's over the net. And a big save was a big play, a big sequence now to start off the second half. Keep it a 3-0 score. Castlegale set it up for the goal kick. Driving it down the field off the header. Boy, that was a tough one there. One of the players for the, I believe that was either Hartstone or Spangler, who the header came right at her in a hard velocity and was able to head that right back the other way. Lugo now. Lugo on the near side looking for somebody to run onto it and ran out of real estate. So the Stars from Massachusetts will throw it in. And that ball is knocked out of play off of number 5, Guerrero, as she could not handle it. And as we play on, Nishikawa and company trying to process and get something going here. Retreating back now. McSweeney. On it now is Kaylee Sy on the run, and here comes Castlegate with a slide and a save. She's got a great presence of mind in that box back there. Able to play well off her line. Made some key saves in this game. Otherwise, it would not be 3-0. It would be more. 3 goals scored, 2 by Kaylee Sy and 1 by Hannah Rosenblatt in the first half. On the far side, the Stars now. And it's going to be offside, so a free kick. Free kick for FC Bullard. Daniel Weimer trying to get his club to get something on the board. Try to do it here in the opening minutes or so of the second half. Got a chance here on that long ball. However, the baby blue of FC Stars able to corral it, keep their passing attack, spreading the field, and keeping it away now. Our own defensive half, pushing it to midfield. Tomasic. But nicely done. Keeping him out of the 18-yard box. Now FC Bullard. A nice switch and diagonal pass. That time it was intended for Nishikawa, but she never got it. However, a shot down towards the keeper, and she's able to make the save. For the Stars, Fahey hasn't had to worry about too much in this contest. But FC Bullard trying to keep some action going, trying to make some things happen here in the second half. And staying right there with that soccer ball, though, was Royce Light. And Royce, the presence of mind and knocking that ball out of play.
Gabby, step up. Yes, Ella, step up.
The Desiree Harding will have the corner kick. Desiree Harding with a set piece now for FC Bullard.
Get in the box. Get in the box.
Harding now. Can she, where she bend it out towards her teammates? Or will she just have a short kick? As she bends it out, swinger. And at top of the box, they couldn't get another strike on it that time. And now chasing it down, Marissa Thompson. Looking behind her, but gave way that time to Tomasic and company, and they send it across midfield. Trying to get a runner onto it.
Desi better catch her.
And they had a runner that time in the box, and now it is defensively done very well in the top of the box, getting it out, making them have to throw it back in. And just outside the box again, trying to penetrate the box. Could not do it. Standing tall on the exterior of the box again is FC Bullard. Marissa Thompson and control it. Alex Pariso throwing it in for the Stars. Stars on it now. They have it in the box now. Trying to continue on, but it's driven out of there quickly by Lugo. On a wide side. They try a cross into the box. Blocked. Again, blocked again. Trying to get it, but they still have numbers there. A switch by Tomasic. Megan trying to get it to somebody, and nicely done by FC Bullard. Push it upfield out of their defensive third. And now, with this field reduced, FC Stars now. Pietra Sweeney getting it to her teammate for Sweeney to run down the near side as Carrero. Gabby Carrero doing a fine play there, but Sweeney couldn't hold on to it. And on the near side, intercepted there into space. Nicely done by Harding. On the near side, trying to keep the pressure in attacking third as they throw it out. Or kick it out, and so now it's going to be a throw-in.
We gotta take chances. Ella, we gotta take chances here.
Desiree Harding will throw it in attacking third.
You guys got Ella.
Her team down 3-0.
Stay wide, stay wide.
Trying to get somebody to run onto it, possess it, work it into the box. The header towards the box. And on the outside of the box, they have strikes into the central, but driven out of there.
Don't die, drop for her, help.
Retreating back now as they have numbers. The Stars. Gabriela Carrero toward the central at Karams. And getting over there, though, nicely that time was Nishikawa. Alyssa doing a fine job. In the central. Trying to hold on to it, the Stars do, and they maintain their passing possession there. As they find on the outside, Gordeau, and over the top of the net, and over the fence, over into where the cars are and the concessions. 3-0, still the score. And now the goal kick. Goal kick. FC Bullard. And their own defensive third. Trying to push it up. See what they can do. Get a good attack. The near side, Harding. In the space, though, the Stars still maintaining possession. As they switch it to the far side, they got a runner there with Micheles. Arundel Micheles, and then teammates out to the wide. Micheles. It's taken away as they play well in the exterior of the box, does FC Bullard. And that is kicked off the Stars. And so now FC Bullard will throw it in, their own half of the field. Still a lot of time to get some goals for FC Bullard. Down 3-0. They haven't allowed more, and that's a good sign. They're in the second half. Nishikawa trying to get it over their teammates to dispossess as they head toward the box. Standing tall outside the box, they won't allow them in. Out to midfield. Nishikawa on the outside. Taken away, dispossessed. Nishikawa has it again, gets it back. Her teammate in the space with time, but she ran right by it. In the central now. Taking time, that time was Pietra Sweeney. Wanting to find the right one, she did. On the near side, Gabriela Carrero And her service into the box turns out to be a shot and a save by Castengay.
They're gonna play the defenders, okay?
And Castengay coming out again and making the fine save. Sydney has done a fine job processing how she needs to make the save. Back there for FC Bullard. FC Bullard on attack, though, with Harding. Harding's throw towards the attacking third. And it goes out of play. That time couldn't get a strike on it. Potteroff, Kelsey in time. And that ball with pace went out of play in a near side touchline. The one with the geometric designs, the world's most famous sport. Into the central now, to center circle.
Mike pass. That's fine. Go, Kels, go, Kels.
Down to central, trying to get a runner there. And after it was Potteroff, but she couldn't get to it. Had too much pace on it. Now Harding sends it in and knocked out. And here in this sequence, they're getting a good little offense going. FC Bullard. And some fresh players are going to come in. As Coach Weimer says, I want some fresh players in there. See if we can pretend to process a action here and get a goal. They need no pretending. I did say that word. Racine Babb into the contest now, along with Carissa Epstein into the central. And for FC Bullard is rolling the wrong way. However, they have it again. Sending it down to central. And going to be a handball. Nishikawa trying to maintain it with their feet, but it got too high. Harding to Nishikawa. Nishikawa over to Harding. Harding now dispossessed. Good play in the space by Pietra Sweeney. Into the center circle. Tomasic still on it. Sends a chip down to the 18-yard box, but here comes Castengay again and swipes it away from number 16, Gordeau, for a big chance to make it 4-0. We had 3 stars in the game. You got to give one to Sydney Castengay because she's definitely been one. Here's Gabriela Carrera on the run, and they take it away. Harding got back there, pressured her on her run. Into the box. A ball down to central now. Epstein gonna switch it to the near side. Chasing it down, a 50-50 ball knocked out by the Stars. And it'll be a throw-in. Harding now gonna throw it in. Desiree Harding get it in the corner. Lastly touched out though by Royce Light. They're trying to process it more into that deep corner, attacking corner, and they now have a corner kick, either a throw-in or a corner kick. It looked like a throw-in right there near the corner kicking area. And they want to try to get it in the box. Harding with a good throw, but intercepted at the mouth of the box. Harding now intercepts it. Harding on the outside of the box. Trying to keep the pressure on the near side, and it goes out of play. Desiree Harding playing with every kind of ferocity she has. As evidenced by the hands on top of her head, trying to get something going here, and it's hot.
Find her now, find her, Nish.
Not as hot as it was earlier today, but it's still warm. Right here at the Betty Wilson Soccer Complex in the Summerlin area, Summerlin section rather, of Las Vegas. Desiree Harding trying to stay after it now, putting pressure on the FC Stars. The Stars now trying to stay away from Harding, and Harding still on top of it again. And they continue, even though the pressure's on, to keep control of the soccer ball. Nearly a handball with the Stars now. They have a player in the space. It goes out of play. And the Stars will throw it in. Will the visitors. And that's a thing that head coach Greg Cosgrove is doing. He continues to bring in fresh players. He knows that the temperature is very warm for the visitors from the East Coast, but he keeps them fresh. He knows he can't keep them in there long, and he brings them in. Harding comes out. A player came in, and we will mention her name as she touches that soccer ball. But if you want to see a player that played hard in this sequence, you have to look at Harding in the last few minutes. Just could not get anything going to get it in the back of the net with her teammates. Now coming down to Central. Ball in their own defensive half. Trying to get it past the lock they've got at midfield. As the Stars continuing on. Staying after it, Fresno used to the heat. Not a problem. But the skill level of the Stars has been the problem in this game. And that's why they're down 3-0. And Cosgrove using his head, saying, I'm going to bring in fresh players and keep my players fresh. There's no possible way in this heat that I can stay with the West Coast visitors. Coming in now, Tomasic, or rather, check that. The alternate number is Jasmine Cavazos. Cavazos into the contest, trying to keep it going. And that attack that has been fleeting in this contest, but at times they've got some corner kicks and they just can't quite get that runner or that player to strike it and get the good quality shot and get it in the back of the net. Retreating back, Cavazos kicking it out of the box. But the Stars now still possess it. Nishikawa intercepts it, sends it up. They have a player in the space, but it's gave way as Thompson was trying to do something with it. Thompson again. Cavazos could not control it to the outside. They've got a runner outside of the box. Still on it. The Stars intercepted by Cavazos, and it's now going to be a throw-in. Throw-in now for Ella Sorensen. Number 2. Sorensen might have been one of the players that came in. Sorensen looking for somebody, and she finds Thompson. Can't possess it. As the Stars do. The Stars in the box with a shot and a goal. Oh, that was too hard of a shot. And Castigate did everything she could to try to break that one down, but not a chance with the velocity of the shot. And a goal, 4-0 to the far post. We believe that was Evadikian, and we will get the 4th goal score at the end of the game for you. 4-0 to score. Or rather, D'Amico, we believe that was the score by D'Amico for the FC Stars. Isabella Evadikian for the FC Bullard would love to put one on the net. Her teammates goes out of play. Pietra Sweeney throws it in for the Stars. Sweeney and her teammates, a very comfortable lead here in the second half. A turn by Rosenblatt. Rosenblatt's turn out to Mayer. Mayer's strike into the box. Has a teammate there. A save by Castigay again. Oh, that was a great save, and Castigay is hurt a little bit. And they're still on that soccer ball, the Stars. Castigay, no presence of mind with the body. Made the save, jumping up in the air, knocking it down. Risking life and limb to make that save. Keep it a 4-0 score. The Stars into the Central as they continue to try to blast away. Sweeney look for Mayer, and Mayer's pass didn't get there. However, on it is Whitney Hartstone. Teammates now a touch by Rosenblatt, who scored a goal in this game. Royce Light, the deflection. Catherine Mayer trying to find somebody. And it's going to be a handball against FC Bullard. Catherine Mayer with the free kick. The FC Stars from Massachusetts area, Boston area of Massachusetts. Now trying to continue on in that 18-yard box, but coming over there nicely and getting it out of danger that time. It was Gabby Greiser. And then near side. Pietra Sweeney into the box, her teammate, but Cassagay makes the save. Allison Wiggins with the shot.
Hey, you're gonna go in for a niche, okay?
Down the field and running onto it with a lot of speed there is Michaelis. Arundel Michaelis, a dispossessed there into space. Nice play as Michaelis was burst of speed and trying to go to that 18-yard box. And they still have possession outside the box with a 4-0 lead. And the shadows creeping as the sun setting in the west here. And a deflection, and it deflected away as they tried to get a subsequent strike. Didn't get it that time as the defenders who tried all they can in this game for FC Bullard to protect and help out Castengay. And Castengay has done a fine job herself. Who knows? Without some of those saves, might be 6-0 or 7. Played outstanding in this game. FC Stars now again racing and taking a shot over the top of the net. Getting a round of applause that time, and I don't know if she's going to come out. Royce Light, that's slashing, or was that 17? That was Hannah Rosenblatt on a slashing move in the box and just had the ball up too high. But FC Bullard and both teams wholesale substitutions, and we will mention them as they touch that soccer ball. Time running down in this match. A 4-0 match, FC Stars. FC Bullard playing a premier class team would love to find a way, as others have mentioned, they want to play the tough competition, will find a way to get a goal here. Cut off in the box, but staying back with it. Nice job that time by number 18, Hannah Strong. Strong retreating back into space. The player nearly was going to take a shot. She got back there and drove the ball out of the box. And now there you have a keeper change, and she gets a hand on the far side. Caroline Fahey, we do not know who came in, and we'll give credit to that at the end of the ball game. 4-0 the score.
Hey, let's go to outside. Hey, let's go to outside mid. Start a new position. I know you know it a little bit. Stay wide, okay? Understand?
On the near side. It goes out of play. Moments running down in this match. Maybe a few minutes left. About 4 minutes left to go.
Come on, Sid, hurry.
Coming in now, Kelsey Potteroff. Marissa Thompson, who's had a fine game, comes out of the match. Hitting the arm that time.
Watch how many players. Watch how many players are moving off the ball. Every single player.
Harding now driving it down on the near side, trying to get a player to run onto it, but that ball had way too much pace.
Please, she's a goalie. Can I get her on? Yeah, but they're subbing too, right? I can sub. All
And now coming out of the contest is Hannah Rosenblatt. Getting a hand there, and look like they might go ahead and keep her out of the contest as they get fresh players in for the last time in the last 4 minutes of the contest. Fahey, who was playing as a keeper, is out there now, touching the ball. To the outside now is Gordeau. Ava Gordeau, her chip into the box, turns out to be a shot and just missed the far post. Nice play by Ava Gordeau, and she tried to get onto the scoreboard. Gaston Gay. So wholesale substitutions again for both teams in this contest. Both teams changing keepers at the end here, or either changing numbers. And somebody falling down there, and that happened to be Gordeau. And so Gordeau is going to, and a yellow card is issued, first one of the match. And Gordeau.
Hey, Racine, come on. Racine. Go. Outside, hey. Go outside half, left outside half, okay?
Racine Babb into the contest now for FC Bullard. And that ball driven past the net. It's the goal line, maybe a couple minutes left to go. Minute and a half left to go in this match. On a beautiful blue skies in Betty Wilson Soccer Complex. Most beautiful soccer complex here in Vegas, and maybe one of the most beautiful in the whole entire country. And the way they take care of it is just spectacular. As you see, Telemundo Las Vegas, very instrumental in the soccer advantages here in Las Vegas. Downtown soccer, Las Vegas Downtown Soccer Club. Telemundo, the sponsor, promoting the game here in the southern part of Nevada. Service sent into the box, and a save is made.
Go to it. Come on, Jess, come on, fight for it.
At midfield now, running onto it. Mayer, moments left in the match. Pariso, Tomasic on a diagonal pass. Both teams knowing this one is over with. 4-0 into the 18-yard box. And a save is made there in the 18-yard box. Cavazos. FC Bullard would love to try to put one in the net as this match closes. Center ref. Then looking at his watch, knows it's going to be soon here. Driving it out to the wide. Strong of foot there is Gordeau. To the outside. Try to get a teammate to run onto it. The center ref now. About ready to blow that whistle and conclude this one. And it's central. Cavazos. One last run for FC Bullard. As they got players into space. Continuing on. With Hernandez in the box now. And they do. Their keeper does have to make a save. That'll be the last one of the game as the double whistle. A learning experience and a good one for FC Bullard. The Fresno area young ladies in his girls under 12 match against the FC Stars. And Greg Cosgrove's crew definitely headed towards a possible final as they win this one 4-0. Stick with us. We'll be interviewing those who participated in the game today, and we'll be right back with that. We just want to get the facts straight at the end of the contest for you. A 4-0 victory by the FC Stars, the Boston, Massachusetts area. Their keeper at the end of the contest was Arundel Micheles, and for FC Bullard, it was Alyssa Lugo. Also, we want to get the goal scores for you. It was Kayla D'Amico for the FC Stars, along with Hannah Rosenblatt, Kaylee Sy, and Kaylee Sy scored 2 goals into the contest. So there's your 4 goals, and we will have some interviews coming right up next. And we're back here with the FC Bullard Soccer Club, and they're from the Fresno area, and I'm going to just give them the mic, and they're just going to talk about their team and how they feel about this tournament, the trip coming down. More importantly, what they plan on doing at school, all that kind of good stuff. And we'll start with the first one right here.
Okay. My name is Marissa Thompson, and I'm from Maple Creek. I thought that the game we just played for Massachusetts was one of the tough games that we've ever played.
Okay.
I'm Kelsey Potteroff, and I go to Mountain View Elementary. My opinion of the game is that was a really good game, just so we can learn. We can learn from that experience, so that's what was good about that game.
My name is Alyssa Lugo. I go to El Cap Middle School. I thought that they were a really good team and they deserve to win.
Okay. Okay, go ahead.
I'm Hannah Strong from Soroyan Elementary, and this team was a really good team, and we played, but we weren't on our game today.
Okay, I don't want to go next, actually.
I'm Alyssa Nishikawa, and I'm from Manchester Gate, and I thought this was a really great learning experience for all of us.
Hi, I'm Sydney Castongue. I go to Manchester Gate, and I thought this was the hardest team we've ever played.
My name's Racine. I play forward, and I'm from Carruthers Elementary. I think we lost this game because, well, they were a really tough game that we were supposed to play, and we were learning from our mistakes.
My name's Sarah Hernandez. I go to Wona Middle School. I think this game was a good learning experience for everybody, and they were a tough team to beat.
My name is Jasmine Cavazos, and I go to Holland Elementary. I think we should have passed more, and it was a really tough team.
My name's Ella Sorensen from Computech Middle School. This was a really tough team, and we should have been more focused in our warm-up.
My name is Gabrielle Greiser, and this team was hard to play, but eventually we'll be as good as they are.
My name's Carissa Epstein. I go to Copper Hills Elementary School, and I think this game was just a learning experience.
My name is Kylie Strausser. I'm from Gibson Elementary, and I was just thinking that they played a really good game, we played a really good game, and it was just a fair game.
Hey, I'm Isabella Abedikian from Computech, and I just think that this was a really good game for us. We learned a lot, and we're just going to play our hearts out for tomorrow.
My name's Desiree Harding, and I go to Wona Middle School, and this game, Boston, Massachusetts, their soccer team is very good, and I think that they played their hearts out, and so did we, so
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, thank you, Desiree. And you played your heart out just as all your teammates did. I'm going to give you guys the floor one last time for a cheer for your team. Just the fact that you guys came from Fresno and stuff. Go ahead, and I'm going to let you have it one last time. On three.
Woo! Ready? No, 1, 2, 3, 4, FC!
Oh, yeah. Great job, girls. Okay, so that's going to do it here from the Betty Wilson Soccer Complex in Las Vegas, Nevada, and where you saw the final score was 4-0, but it's the measure competition that some clubs have to go through, and the learning experience, the learning curve was a great one for these young ladies, as you saw, and there'll be great things for them ahead. I'm Greg Porter for George Lanovan Video Sports Productions, saying take care of yourself, God bless you, and save this one on the hard drive.